Michael Irvin is in the news for the Miami Hurricanes, and it's courtesy of Fox Sports Radio, The Odd Couple. And they had plenty to say about Michael Irvin in the way he carries himself on the sideline. As you all have probably seen by now, Michael Irvin he's an excitable character, as you know. He's very, very passionate, fiery, and he leaves it all out there. I mean, some of us, we should all be so lucky as to have the energy that Michael Irvin has when he's nearly 60 years old. And when you watch him on the sideline, you're sitting here saying, Jesus, man, where does all this energy come from? I mean, I get the passion, I get the excitement, but bro, you're gonna have a heart attack. Now, I appreciate it. I enjoy watching Michael Irvin watch a game. Like I could actually just watch Michael Irvin watch a Miami Hurricanes football game. If that makes any sense. I could actually have Michael Irvin be on TV and have the football game over there, and I might be watching Michael Irvin watching that game because he's crazy. He's crazy. And that's who he is. But the odd couple with Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington didn't seem to like the way Michael Irvin carried himself on the Hurricanes sideline against Notre Dame on Sunday night. And we're going to play that video for you and we're going to respond to it. Welcome back, everyone, to Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Show. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. But I'm going to play this video and I'm going to respond to it. It's a decent length video, and I'll chime in every couple seconds, couple minutes, and give my feedback rather than having it go all the way through. But here you go.
There. But with that being said, was on the sideline as he has been known to be with the Canes. And I don't know if Michael Irvin got the memo. He wasn't suiting up, Rob. Did you see the sweat coming off of him when he went back through the tunnel? Like he had
he played. Like
caught
he
the
played.
game-winning touchdown. Like Jimmy Johnson dialed up his number. Like Unc was going crazy. And then you get the video and he says, I'm blank and tired.
He was waving the towel better than Cornbread Maxwell.
Okay.
Am I right? Like he's the
That's a good reference right there.
Cornbread Maxwell. Look it up. He's the all-time towel waver at the Boston Celtics.
Gosh. Yo, he was going crazy, which leads to the conversation. And obviously we love it. He's having fun. But is it too much to having people like Michael Irvin? Remember last year? He was down on all fours. And everybody's like, Uncle, you got to relax. You don't remember that, Ryan?
I don't remember.
He was down. Look, Google that. Get your Googles going.
Why does he have to relax? So that it makes you feel better? Have you not seen the way Michael Irvin is all the time? This wasn't just something that was out of character for him. This was not something that's out of the norm for him. This is how he carries himself all the time, whether he's on television, on a sideline. Have you heard him when he would be on First Take? You thought he was gonna have a fucking aneurysm. You thought he was gonna pop a blood vessel, because he has that. That's who he is. That's who he is.
He was down on all four, barking at the game, going crazy, and everybody's like, Unc, you're doing way too much. But yeah, you start to see some of those players getting down there. They get fired up. And my concern, the only concern I have is like, and this is why he's there and he's a part of the game, because people like him, I was even concerned about Kevin Garnett, who are so into the game, like nothing else matters to them. Like nothing else can get them going, can fill that void, can fill that hole. And so you worry about him a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, life has to go on. He retired at, I think, 32 or 33. Like, God willing, you get another 45, 55 years. What else we doing? You see him on all fours yet, Ryan? Y'all see that?
What?
You see him on all fours? Yeah. That was doing too much, right?
Look, I don't know how old Kelvin Washington is, he looks young, but I can't find his age online. And I can tell you this, I think he comes across as a boring old man. I think I'm older than him. I'm pretty sure I'm older than him. And I'm typically a curmudgeon, but I'm a passionate sports guy too. And I understand the passion that Michael Irvin brings. And yeah, maybe for him, nothing else matters. Like, isn't that his right? It's just a weird criticism of somebody for being passionate for going to a football game. If he wants to get on all fours, barking like a dog, let him do it. Let him do it. But we'll continue here.
Yeah. We 50 something years old. We can't be down there on all fours barking on the sideline.
But
And the fact that he keeps referring to him as Unk, I think is disrespectful. I hate that terminology. Why does he have to behave some certain type of way or do something a certain type of way to make you happy? What is doing too much? Well, what is doing too much? So I don't know. There's coaches that are older than him that probably do plenty. Are they doing what he does? No, he's not a coach. He's not a coach. He's a former player, one of the most passionate former players in the history of the University of Miami. Understand who he is before you speak on him, because he's one of the he's probably the most passionate player. Him, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, probably the three most passionate players in the history of University of Miami football. Maybe you include Al Blades. Like that's you're criticizing him for his passion. Interesting. It's just an interesting take to criticize him for passion.
but I don't want to sound like a party pooper, and I get it. It's I'm about to poo poo it, and I get it. Like, this is your school, and you have pride, and you know they give you a credential to be on the sideline, but I think it's unfair, and I think it's unfair to the kids because it's their spotlight, and they're going to put the camera on Michael Irvin because of who he is, I should say, his career there, and of course, winning 3 Super Bowls with the Cowboys. So I get all of that, but I think there's a time and place, and let the kids have their fun. Tonight at this game, Lawrence Taylor isn't on the sidelines at the game. He's in a suite with Michael Jordan and
Roy Williams, and Randy Moss,
and Mia Hamm, right? Like that's where you should be, enjoying your school, having fun. You don't need to be on the sidelines. If you want to come during the week, help the coach, the wide receiver coach. You know what I mean? Give some tips if kids want to ask you questions. How do I do this? How do I get better? I'm all for that. How do I do this? How do I get better? I'm all for that. Grandstanding during the game and waving towels and trying to be on television, whether you want to be or not, I just don't think that that's where we should be and where he should be. I think.
All right, so I can agree with Rob Parker on that. I think Rob Parker's missing one specific thing. Michael Jordan didn't play football at UNC. Roy Williams is like 80 years old. He didn't play football at UNC. Randy Moss didn't go to UNC. Mia Hamm played soccer at UNC. Lawrence Taylor would be the comparison, but Lawrence Taylor's got to be close to, I don't know what, 70, 65, 70. And he is not in the same 66 years old. He's not in the same physical condition as Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin, if you looked at him, he's built like a brick. Like, he might be in better shape as a 59-year-old man or whatever he is right now, 59 years old, as he was when he was 22. Go look at him. I've seen the guy. The man's t-shirt hugs him, and it, like, I mean, just muscles popping out everywhere. So that's the one thing I would say to that is, like, this, he's not Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor, is older than him, 7 years, but probably a lot older in other ways. So, yeah, I do understand. I do understand, and it's the players' moment, and it could be perceived as you're making it about you and not about them because you're so into it per se. But let's continue.
I think that there's something wrong with that.
There has to be a line where you can be a part. You can even be on the sideline. I don't mind because there's always guys. Here's the rub. There are guys on the sideline that we don't know about because they're not acting crazy. Like right now, there could be an ex.
That's inaccurate. Yeah, there could be but mostly most of the guys go up into the box because real talk, most guys don't want to stand for 3.5 hours. Most guys don't want to be standing for 3.5 hours. Most guys have to take a piss over a 3.5 hour period and don't want to have to run all the way to the back, all the way to the locker room to take a piss. So yeah, there could be some, but a lot of the guys they go back to the locker room. They go back to the suite. There are some that watch from the sideline. Also, sideline angles suck. You ever been to a football game? Watching the game from the sideline is not a good angle for a game, especially when you're, going back and forth. I mean, if you want to walk 3 miles a day, 3 miles during the game, you feel free. I've covered football games from the sideline. To me, it's the worst angle there is because one, you can't go into the player restricted area. He can. But beyond that, you're walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking for 3.5 hours. Nobody wants to do that. Or most people don't want to do that. So I think that makes him special that he wants to do that.
He just was talking about Julius Peppers is at the game. He might be on the sideline now, but like you don't know because he's not going crazy. So I think that the challenge with Michael Irvin is,
well, he was up in the press.
He was press at the time, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a place for you. I'm not saying don't go to the game or don't support your school or anything or help the coach during the game.
I think there's a point when you can enjoy it. We want you here. We want to build the camaraderie. We want to build the alumni. Everybody coming back, so you feel the school feels the presence. We're about to bring back old Miami ways. We're going to be winning. You absolutely want that because it's just great for the atmosphere. It's great for recruiting. It's great for everything.
But he's not the only guy who played there. You can't bring everybody back. What if everybody
Mike,
wants to
we
come
can't
back?
have you here coming every bouncing on all fours barking. We can't have you here going crazy on the sideline, sweating, going wild. But again, I think that's the challenge is like,
all right, sweating. Dude, you're in South Florida. It's hot. I walk out the front door and I'm sweating inside of 10 minutes. Michael Irvin, I don't know if you obviously didn't watch the game. It rained. He wasn't soaking wet from sweat. He was soaking wet from the rain. It rained for a good 2 hours leading up to the game. It rained during the game. If he's on the field, he's going to get wet because he's not carrying an umbrella. So you saying he's sweating, it's South Florida. You walk out the front door, my guy, and you'll be sweating too. But he wasn't soaking wet because of sweat. He was soaking from the rain because it rained a lot during this game. Just wanted to put that out there.
Mike, like what else? What else do I have? And I think that's when you talk to a lot of athletes, this has been all I've known since I was 5.
Yeah, but that's their moment.
I agree with that part. They have to find their ways to contribute, to be a part, to have fun, to be inside. But it can't be at the cost of like, you've taken all the attention and you kind of look like there's nothing else. Because, dude, you gotta relax, Mike.
But here's my other issue.
He keeps repeating the same thing. You got to relax. Why? And he wanted to go to the point of saying it looks like it looks like there might be nothing else for you in your life. That very well might be the possibility. He's 59. This might be his life. This might be all he has in his life. I don't know him personally. This might be what keeps him beating right now is Hurricane football. I don't know. But you're criticizing a man for his passion. I think this is really weird. You keep saying you need to relax. No, he really doesn't. He really doesn't need to relax. He can do whatever he chooses to do. He's not hurting anyone. Like, do I think some of the stuff is a little bit much? Yeah, sure. Do I care like that to make a full segment in a radio show criticizing him being passionate for his school? He didn't steal their title. He stole the spotlight from. No, he didn't. He didn't steal the spotlight. The only reason you know about it is because the guy is running his own YouTube channel and he's mic'd up and the whole nine. The only reason you even know about it is because he had a 15-minute video pop up of him because he made it. He didn't steal the spotlight during the game.
Though. You think he's the only former former Miami Hurricane who would like to help out or be with it? Do you know what I mean? And you couldn't make those.
No, I really don't think there's that many that really want to help out. Honestly, I think there's guys that want to watch games. I want to watch them win. There are not very many guys that want to go volunteer their time and help coach wide receivers or help coach a position because they got nothing else to do. Most guys do not want to be in the hot blazing sun of the green tree field in August and September, and they're in their 50s and not getting. I mean, and want to just be sweating their asses off. I don't agree with that. No,
you couldn't allow everybody to come back who wants to come back and be on the sideline. Do you know what your field would look like if all the players wanted to come back? I mean, he's not the only guy who played there.
He might be the biggest Miami Hurricane. I'm actually pausing and thinking to make sure I'm not missing. But I totally get your point.
You get
but
my
he's
point.
Mr. He's from the area.
I get all that, but there are other players too. And I'm saying, I'm sure that at some point you got to cut it off because you can't have everybody coming back, everybody being at the game. I go all the time. You know this.
Yeah.
You go to Dodger Stadium. Not every former Dodger is in the press box, because they want to come back or to get down on the field. They aren't allowed to do that.
But that's what I'm telling you, Mike. This is his life.
There it is. He said, this is his life. So that's the criticism that Kelvin Washington has of Michael Irvin, is that football, the Miami Hurricanes in particular, consume Michael Irvin. I suggest that Kelvin Washington go back and watch how Michael Irvin speaks on football radio shows, football TV shows, how he would be on First Take. Like, the guy was always amped up to the nth degree. He's always been that. It's his personality. That's a personality trait. That's not a flaw. His passion is not a flaw. His passion is what made him a Hall of Fame football player. His passion is why 38 years later, there are many people that still think he's the greatest wide receiver to ever leave the University of Miami, despite the fact that all of his records got broken. The game is different. They remember the swagger. I remember the swagger. I was a kid when he played at Miami. I grew up watching Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin was a special kind of dude. There's been plenty of great wide receivers, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, Andre Johnson, and so on and so on. Michael Irvin was the first guy. He was the guy that made everything, the passion, the fire, the swagger. He was the guy. And so when I hear this guy criticizing his passion, it's slightly frustrating to listen to because it seems like some hating ass bullshit. And he's trying not to be a hater. And I don't like to use the word hater, but the criticism of a guy cheering on the school that he played for is weird. You may not agree with how he carries himself and the things that he does and getting on all fours. I think that's a bit much. But he's a passionate football player. That's who he is. That's what he is. and you're mad because this is what he loves. I don't get this criticism. I don't. Again, 17-minute segment, and we've only gone through 7 minutes of video.
The reason the Hurricanes are like, hey, Mike, just you can never come back. I would have to have an APB out for Michael Irvin. I will be concerned for him. I told you, buddy of mine used to talk about how we were concerned for Kevin Garnett because, like, he's so passionate. It's like, what else is he gonna do? Thank God he's got that pod, him and Paul Pierce, because like he has to talk basketball. He has to feel it. That's why his storytelling is so great. He makes you feel like you're there. I'm like, man, he's sweating. He's going crazy. Like, Kevin Garnett, like his blood pressure when he gets to talking ball, man, is like, woo. And Michael Irvin has a bit of that too. Them and Mitch Smith talked about that in the doc. He's just like, as good as I was at Troy, and Mike was the lifeline of our team. Like that.
Look at it, the lifeline of the team, and you're criticizing it. That's who he is. This is who he's always been.
When he left and retired, because remember he had the broken neck and all that. He's like the life of our team,
which is fine. And I'm not knocking his enthusiasm for his alma mater and this.
Yeah, you are actually. You're not knocking. Yeah, you are. You want him to do it the way you want him to do it. You can't ask somebody to do something your way. His passion is why he's a champion. His passion is a major reason why the Miami Hurricanes won 4 national championships in 8 years and 5 in 20. His passion. He was part of the beginning of it. He was on the 2nd national championship team.
Football program and all that stuff is great. I just think that comes a time where those players deserve to have the spotlight, right? And it should be about them. And the camera should be on them more so than former players and guys who are like looking for.
You saying all that. Ryan, I ain't listening to nothing this man saying. He about to be going crazy on the sidelines in Southern Connecticut.
No, I'm not. Even with my name up there, I'm not.
They're putting your name up there, give you the press box or whatever, and now you can't go crazy?
I'm not going to be.
You can't get on all fours?
No, and I'm not barking.
You can't bark and sweating. Ooh, I'm blank and tired. You can't do all that?
I'm not doing all that.
We naming the press box after you?
All right, I'm done with these guys. Barking and tired. Yeah, you want to know why Michael Irvin was tired? He'd been there all damn day. Like, you think he just showed up for this game at 7, whatever, what time is it? 7:30? You think he showed up at 7:30? There's video of Michael Irvin having been there like hours earlier. He'd been there for like he was there for like 7-8 hours. He was there all day. That's a long ass day. He's standing for 3.5 hours, walking up and down the sideline. That gets tiring. Give a damn. He's damn near 60. Yes, he's getting tired. I understand it. He's passionate. His energy, he puts so much energy into it. Again, you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to like it. But I think making an entire radio segment about it is weird. And one might say, oh, you're making a response. Well, yes, because I don't like the fact that they made a whole segment about this man. I personally think Michael Irvin's passion is awesome because I'm passionate. Do I think the getting on all fours? I get it because I've done it before myself watching a game. I've done it before coaching a team. I get him. I'm like, oh my God, type. I get it. And he's like that now even more because he has no control over the outcome. There's passion, and then there's other levels of passion. You want your passion to blend with the players, and you want the players to feel that passion. You want them to play with that passion. So I get it. But these guys don't. And they think he needs to calm down, and he's going to have a heart attack. You know what? If Michael Irvin has a heart attack watching a Miami Hurricanes football game, that would probably be the way that Michael Irvin wants to go out. Keeping it real. That's probably how he would want to go out in life. doing something that he is passionate about, being at something that he's passionate about. But, y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. What do you think of the commentary of Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington on Fox Sports Radio? Do you agree with them? Do you think he goes over the line? Do you think he's too much? I mean, yeah, at times I think he can be too much, but I'm not going to criticize him for being passionate. I'll never do that. There are Ray Lewis was as passionate as it gets. Ed Reed is passionate as it gets. And while they don't do what he does, those guys are high strung dudes. I think age got them a little bit. Age hasn't gotten Michael Irvin, man. We should all be so lucky as to have that level of energy and fire and passion in us at 59 years of age. I'm 47. I hope in 12 years I have that same energy level that Michael Irvin has. Hell, I don't have his physique at 47, and he is built like a brick. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Leave a comment once again. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.